Hello everybody. In this time we are talking about the implementation of higher education funding in Indonesia. Universities as institutions providing higher education have a strategic role in producing intellectuals, scientists, and creative professionals who are culturally conscious, tolerant, democratic, have a good character, and dare to defend the truth for the sake of the nation in the constellation of globalization in all fields. Referring to Law Number 12, 2012 on higher education, there are roles and functions of universities, namely the first, places for learning students and society. The second, media of education for future leaders. The third, centers for the development of science and technology. And four, centers of the study of virtue and morality to seek and find the truth. And five, centers for the nation's civilization development, which is generally integrated with the activities of Three Dharma of higher education. Three Dharma represents the visions of all universities in Indonesia, which reflects the objectives that ought to be achieved. Through Three Dharma, the university is expected to be able to optimize its role to generate reliable and professional human resources. The program planning and activities of the universities and budgeting allocation are always aimed at meeting the Three Dharma of higher education. The problems encountered in the implementation of higher education mainly related to costs of education management. Moreover, the fundamental financial problems faced by institutions of higher education are worldwide. The first of this is the high and increasing unit or per student cost of higher education, and second, pressure for increasing enrollments, particularly where high birth rates are coupled with rapidly increasing proportions of youth finishing secondary school with legitimate aspirations for some tertiary education. The amendments to the Constitution of 1945, Section 31, and Law on National Education System number 20 2003, stimulating the obligation of the government to allocate education funding by at least 20% of the national budget, put the management and implementation of education into the spotlight, not only in the aspect of budget allocation, but also on the use of the budget in the implementation of education development in accordance with the national budget and revised national budget. In addition, the public will also see the impact of the implementation of such development in changes in economic, social, and cultural practices in the country as a whole. In reach of the budgeting component, some subcomponents have to be allocated when preparing the budget plan, and the cost of higher education. The standard budget management and costs of higher education should be specifically defined up to the level of general cost unit, which can be used as a reference for universities manager. The cost of education is the educational resources needed for management and organization of education. Therefore, to calculate the cost of education, it is necessary to firstly identify the needs of educational resources to manage and organize education in accordance with national education standards of minimum service standards. The Directorate General of Higher Education has a number routine and strategic, especially routine and strategic programs, and that the programs and activities should be continuously coordinated and monitored for the effectiveness and efficiency of their planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation, and of course, follow up. Advantages and shortcomings in the implementation of this program and activities will be taken into consideration for policy formulation and strategic implementation of educational development in the following year. Therefore, the strategic steps must be done in order to develop higher education based on the three pillars. The one, provision of funds for poor families and those in need. The second, development of the university management system that supports independently and accountability. And the third, provision of better education in the higher education systems that is capable of meeting the needs of universities and companies, and is able to handle cooperation with foreign universities. To develop a proper budgeting system in higher education, funding issues ranging from planning and financing targets, determining budget allocation, and implementing the plans need to be addressed. Budget effectiveness and efficiency of higher education must first be measured by the development plan as outlined in a number of development plans document. For example, General Education Development Plan, Medium-Term Development Plan, and Short-Term Development Plan on the programs and activities of higher education. The development plans have a number of indicators of achievement and development targets described as key performance indicators or KPI. The KPI is further operationalized in main performance indicators or IKU and activity performance indicator or IKK. From the explanation, we can say that the improvement of the quality of higher education institutions could not be separated from the availability of funding sources and the expenditure of education budget. The sources of higher education budget are, among others, the national budget, regional budget, non-tax revenues, grants, independent funds, university business unit funds, and other types of funding. I think it is enough for this session, and thanks for watching. Don't forget, give this channel with your like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.